What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 511th episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. I'm your host, SBJ. Steve, with you here today is Greg.
Hello, I'm back from PAX.
The PAX.
It was very exciting.
The PAX.
To the person that shouted my name at night on the bridge, I know I waved at you. I could not clearly see you, so I'm still not 100% sure who you were. If you want to reach out to me, I'll say hi officially. But I did wave, so I kind of covered it, but I'll be honest. could not tell who you were.
Is it that bridge that goes from where the little train lets you off to the convention center?
Yeah.
South
Yep.
Station.
Shouted my
Will
name.
here.
Enthusiastic waving.
While you guys were on the East Coast enjoying yourselves, I was learning many new facts about the universe and the world from TikTok.
Oh, excellent.
Got it. We have quite a bit of news to get through, and we are not in the studio like last week, although there were a bunch of comments. So thank you for commenting. Some people liked it. I think the majority of people liked it. I wish the lighting was better, and I wish the video quality was a little bit better. And I don't know what liberties we have in... or what says we have in that kind of stuff. But I think there's some other stuff in Minnesota we can also try out. So we'll keep our eyes out. We're still trying new stuff.
I liked being in person. I wasn't a fan of the switching camera thing, though.
Yeah, I think the one thing I've seen in other video podcasts or other interview shows, I guess, is there's usually a main camera that shows everyone.
Yeah.
And that's like nice at times. And I don't think there's a main camera that shows everyone. So, but we have a busy week. Greg and I just got back from PAX. I'm leaving again to go to a wedding. So we're here. We got Pokemon news. We're going to go through it. There was actually two big news things this morning. So perfect because we're recording on Wednesday. But the first bit of news is some cafe mix.
Oh boy. Vertical?
I would die if we got vertical cafe mix.
Why? No, you wouldn't, because you'd be
I would die
like,
of
now I can
happiness.
play. Yes, okay.
Die of happiness. New orders have been added to cafe mix. Oh wait, where did my? Oh, here it is.
Cafe remix.
The Pokemon. This is off Sarumi. This is the problem because I gotta bust out my magnifying glass here to read it. The Pokemon Cafe Remix Golden Week event is starting. The event includes a login bonus starting today. That's, well, a couple days ago because it's going up on Monday. Which will give all players a shiny Executor. You will also get a free express delivery ticket each day. In addition to that, from May 1st, you will have a higher chance of finding shiny Kirlia in the game.
I didn't even know this game had shinies.
I can't remember the first shiny. I can't remember what the first shiny was, but
Does it connect to Pokemon Home? Can I transfer my
Nope.
shinies from Remix into Home?
I don't know. That's a no.
That's the real news item, isn't it? That after over a year of shiny hunting a female combi, I finally got it.
You finally got it. A year later. Congratulations.
Over a year, man.
This is off Pokemon.com. Coming soon, Pokemon Hisuian Snow on Pokemon TV and YouTube. Get ready for a new adventure set in the vast, stunning Hisui region, produced by Wit Studio. I don't know what that means. Pokemon Hisuian Snow launches May 18th with the first episode in a 3-part limited animated series. Available on Pokemon TV and the official Pokemon YouTube channel, Pokemon Hisuian Snow tells the story of a boy named Alec and his encounter with a Hisuian Zorua. When he was young, Alec's father taught him that people and Pokemon cannot live together. Wow, I've never heard that trope before.
What?
But Alec's interaction with Zorua might offer a different lesson.
Oh, that's interesting because the Hisuian Zoruas and Zoroarks are supposed to not like people. So
Wit Studio is an animation studio in Japan.
that
Did they
has
do, like-
made.
Attack on Titan.
Do they?
okay.
What?
It says here works television series 2013 to 2019. Attack on Titan.
Yeah, but it's 2022 and they're still making Attack on Titans. Did they lose that contract?
They according to this film is 2014 to 2015. Attack on Titan Part 1 and Attack on Titan Part 2. 2018 Attack on Titan The Roar of Awakening. 2018, and this is the thing that I'm going to say makes me not want to watch this series. Pokemon the movie The Power of Us.
Oh.
It was animated very well. It just had no story.
Okay, when I read this tweet, I didn't. It said follow Alex's adventures through Hisuian. I does Pokemon Company have an official streamer that's gonna play? It's like a late playing the game. It took me a very long time to understand that it was an animated series.
When I first saw it, I thought it was another expansion.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh, Hisuian Snow. I keep getting asked, do you think there's going to be another expansion or DLC or downloadable whatever for Legends? Maybe, but I think they're done.
I agree.
I kind of get the
probably.
same vibes as I do after Crown Tundra. Why would they release anything else when we know Scarlet and Violet are coming? And would they not just want all hands on deck for that release?
Yeah, I mean, we have a game coming out in under a year, in 7
Yeah.
months.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Let's stay on message. Let's not distract
Yeah, that's no.
the
distraction.
core
yeah,
message.
Let's not distract. Speaking of game updates, this was actually wild to wake up to.
Oh, dear. I know what you're talking about.
Pokemon Unite.
No, that's not what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. Pokemon Unite reveals an in-game subscription service.
Yeah.
This was literally 2 hours ago that they announced this. Timmy Studio. So there's actually 2 bits of news in this news. The first bit is Timmy Studios has unveiled a new in-game subscription for Pokemon Unite. And the second bit of news here is this is off Nintendo Life, they say, the hugely popular MOBA recently surpassed 70 million downloads, which, that doesn't say active players, but last week we talked about how Masters hit 40 million downloads, and Masters has been out a whole lot longer than Unite. So this is called the Pokemon Unite membership. This scheme will give players monthly rewards for signing up for the service. Don't worry, Unite will remain free to play. And the rewards for now are mostly cosmetic and costumes, and some extra currency will be handed out. We have the first month here, which is 1,150 yen, which I believe is about $9 for us.
$8.95.
Freedom units. A special Hollowware of the month. 2 free license trials. 2 Hollowware license trials a week. Brand new chat balloons. I don't know what that means.
Like the design of the chat balloon, the shape of it.
10% discount on trainer fashion. 40 free gems every day. As a reward for signing up, you will also get a fashion set designed around the mythical Pokemon Hoopa. And Nintendo, I'm not seeing it, but Nintendo Life says it's very cute and adorable. The membership will cost 1150 yen, which is $9, which is 7.15 Europe L things, I think euros. So the official pricing has not been outside. We also do not know when the service will launch. I'm going to assume the service is going to launch on May 1st or something, because that's when the season resets.
Well, I mean, I'm on Sarumi. So Sarumi says there's going to be a new event mission on April 28th. There's a new battle pass, which they did the trailer for, which is very cool, that focuses on Blastoise and Charizard. The trailer, if you haven't watched it, is great. It's all Cherry Blossom themed. new flower collecting task thing, which will give Hollowware for Eldergloss and Trevenant. And then May 7th will be a 2-day event known as Pokemon Unite Day. So I imagine after that Pokemon Unite event would probably be the subscription. So like May 9th is what my guess is,
So
judging by how they like layer things over.
Which games don't have a subscription? Pokemon Go doesn't.
Nope.
Yeah, that is the actual news. How Pokemon Go has made it this long without a subscription.
Does Cafe Remix have a subscription?
No.
So it's just Pokemon Masters and now Pokemon Unite.
Well, Masters doesn't have like a subscription.
No.
I thought
Masters
they did.
doesn't have a subscription. Nope.
They
How
have
did I miss that?
They kind of do. They have like this box thing you can buy that gives you gems every day. They're like it's like a login bonus. I wouldn't really consider it a subscription.
Yeah, it's not really a
So
subscription.
It just like gives you more rewards every day you log in for like 2 weeks.
The Pokemon 4D chess
Pokemon
did
Duel
offer
yes.
that had a subscription like a month before they canceled it completely.
Yeah, and the Pokemon Duel subscription was like $21 a month.
Yeah.
It was
Yes.
unreal.
Yeah.
And I only downloaded Duel because I was so curious about the subscription, which is a weird reason to download the game. But I was like, this subscription is $21 a month. What can it possibly offer? Like, what is it? Like, I wanted to know as just a normal person that might like Duel. Spoiler, I didn't like Duel. Like, is this even fair to somebody who's obsessed with this game? And it was not. So I can go either two ways on the Unite news. Like 70 million downloads. Unite still seems to be pretty healthy when it comes to like finding a match. So does this mean like Unite is still doing fine and this is just another thing they're doing, or does this mean Unite is doing bad and they're trying to get more money out of it? Like with the Duel situation, it was clearly bad.
Yeah, I'm forecasting from past events. Clearly, Unite will be ending within the next 6 months because once they launch a subscription, they're just trying to grab as much money as they can before they turn off the servers.
I don't know. I think Unite's still doing good well.
I think it's still doing well. I'm curious so you get 40 gems a day, right?
For how long? A month? Yeah, it says a month here.
Yeah, it says a month. So let's just say that's roughly 30 days. Let's average it out, right?
That's 1,200.
1,200 gems.
Uh-huh.
In-game currency for 1,220 gems is $19.99. So if you get this for $8.95, at the end of it, it'll come out way ahead in gems alone.
My assumption is you need to log in to get the 40 gems.
Yeah, but if you're subscribed, wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be logging in every day?
Look, I have a lot of battle pass. Like I've purchased the battle pass to Apex. It doesn't mean I log into Apex every day.
But that's not a subscription.
Yeah, I mean, it's a subscription. So I'm curious how that's going to work. Like, if you have to be logged in, you have to get in every day to get your 40 gems. Or if it's just, like, going to accrue. I would imagine you'd have to log in every day, right? Otherwise, you miss your opportunity for gems that day.
Yeah, if you're saying it's $20 for 1,200 gems, or in the subscription, it's, let's just say $10 for the same amount, I guarantee you they want you to log in every day.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's probably like $10. So it is $10 less. Like, I think they're making, like, I wouldn't say it's because of what they're giving away. I feel like it's not so much that the game is in trouble. I think they're trying to find a way to generate steady, reliable money. Because once you sign up
more
for a
reliable
subscription,
income. Yeah,
you people forget about it, right? Until it's like, oh, that showed up on my statement. Oh, I should cancel it, but now I got 30 days.
Do you
so
think
I'll
the
just cancel
subscription
it
is going to auto-renew? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
battle pass, you have to go in and buy it. You think this is going to
guarantee
auto-renew?
this is auto-renew.
that's the word of subscription. That's
Yeah.
what subscription means. That it keeps going.
Yeah. It's not a one and done. It would not be a one and done. That would be foolish.
It's just weird that the subscription would be mid-month. But maybe that's on purpose to offset the battle pass.
Probably.
Because they don't want you to think like, oh, it's battle pass time, I'm going to cancel the subscription.
Right, and they probably want the battle pass to start, so you pay gems for the battle pass, and then the subscription to start after that, where you're getting free gems.
But
right?
I mean, after the first month, that becomes irrelevant because people can sign up for the subscription at any point, and then it'll renew from whatever date that they signed up, and then the battle pass will always be a static date.
It is very interesting news. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I feel like the gems alone are probably worth it, but I know I don't log into that game every day, and I know I'm not going to log into that game every day. So I think you have to sort of balance out what is your actual interest. And I think if you are doing this every day, if you are for sure on top of it, I think on the surface, this looks like a great deal.
No, I agree. It's like the only comparable thing I can think of for me would be like MTG Arena, where like if there was some subscription I could pay monthly and it guaranteed that I could get entry into like even say 4 drafts a month, I'd do it, right? Rather than having to grind for the coins.
Are we friends on Arena?
Possibly.
I just brought it up again. Man, the matchmaking is not great in that game.
You got that right.
It's funny because when Pokemon Go does like the events of, you know, spend $1, get this experience, get this candy, get this Poffin, get this Rocket Radar, get this Lucky Egg, I'm like, this is perfect. I use everything here. And then I read what this is. It's like 2 free trial license. I don't care about that. Like, I have zero desire to try Talonflame again. I mean, I did try Talonflame initially, but like 2 free trial license, 2 Hollowware trial license a week. It's like, okay, what does that mean? Like, I get a costume for Blastoise for a week like I might play Blastoise like once. Discount off trainer fashion, like, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, I don't know how much stuff I'm buying. It just, you're right in the sense of, like, the 40 gems a day should pay for itself, but there's, like, stuff in this battle pass that, like, I just do not care about.
Oh, yeah.
Or not battle pass, sorry. Subscription service.
Yeah, but if people are Unite mains, right, this may be stuff that they care about, that they want. We're just none of us are Unite mains.
I don't know. I kind of think of like if somebody is hardcore enough in Unite that they're buying the battle passes, that they're considering the subscription. Do they? I feel like at this point they probably know what characters they like and don't like, and
well, I will say that I will say I'm more a hardcore player than either of you are, and I will say that sometimes the trial licenses, because I have way more, I get gems and I don't know what character to spend them on. Like, I don't know if I'm going to like this gameplay style. So trial licenses do help in that situation where it's like I have a mission that I have to play a speedster. I don't like any of the speedsters I currently have, but I have this trial for Gengar. Let me see if I like that gameplay to pull the lever on purchasing it. Like, I do think the license trials make sense. I don't understand the Hollowware trials.
I mean, to me, it kind of
business suit.
It resembles like what a lot of MOBAs do, where people just go wild for skins. And they collect as many skins as possible. And what could possibly happen is, right, if this subscription is successful, they greatly expand the number of skins that are available. And then it's like, oh, you can try this skin and show that you've got the subscription where other people don't by putting it on your characters or trying a different character just so that you can show off the skin, right? Like, to me, skins make no sense at all, right?
Yeah.
But people really go for that.
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm seeing is like there's a little bit of interest for a lot. I think what would cover the majority of Unite players and mobile players, right? Like there's a little bit of something for everyone at a good price.
Sounds like an IGN review.
Yeah.
A little bit of something for everyone.
I mean, when I first read it, I was like, oh, I'm tempted, but not.
How much money
enough.
have you given Unite?
$20.
Oh, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, more than me.
Yeah, but you also have gotten stipends. I have not.
Yes, I believe the Pokemon Company has given me 3 stipends for Unite.
I have bought 2 battle passes. I'm out of gems, so unless another real good battle pass comes along, I'm out of the battle pass game too. I bought the concert one to get concert Sylveon. It's absolutely adorable. Did you ever play the full-fledged battles one? Did you ever do any of those?
That. I was playing during that time, but I didn't play the mode.
That mode is the wildest thing I have ever played. It's pure chaos from start to finish. It was really fun, but man, it was chaotic because you have your moves up all the time. There's no cooldowns.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. That sounds
It's
like a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, like, I was playing Sylveon, and, like, you get Mystic Fire, and it was 4. I could keep hitting the button, had, like, 12 fires around me at all times, just running around. I loved it.
Some other bit of news here is Pokemon Masters had an update. The icon changed.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the trailer?
We are on version 2.2.0. I did not watch the trailer.
The trailer's really good.
I just have all the screenshots in front of me. There's a lot of things that they changed here. They you can now check what types of pieces you've obtained in the Champion Stadium. If you complete the battle, the pieces you would obtain by entering the Hall of Fame are now marked in the progress. There's a bunch of other stuff in regards to that. They've expanded the kind of battles that will display a confirmation prompt when quitting against defeat by battling again. Following defeat in an eligible battle, you can retry the battle from the beginning with the same team. This will apply to the Battle Villa, the Legendary Battles, the Legendary Gauntlet, and Full Force Battles. Unusable sync pairs now appear at the bottom of the list. There's improvement to the following battle types for Champion Stadium, Legendary Arena. The skip function for certain areas will now skip to the end of the story. This includes main story arc, sync pair stories, event stories. This function does not apply to tutorials or receiving items or speaking to sync pairs. New songs have been added to the jukebox. Dialogue will now appear when you obtain an item but are unable to acquire it. You can choose whether to display these dialogues or not by going into the limit notifications in the settings of the Pori phone menu. Minor text changes. Sync pair filter update. Battle and team ending update. So those were just all like the patches and the fixes, and now they've there's a new event going on, which includes what's his name, Morty, and Ho-Oh. Sorry, let me pull this up. This all got announced last night.
Yep.
Oh, and new background music also got added. And then, yeah, so it's called A Golden Future, I think is the story event.
Who's the golden Pokemon?
Yeah, I think so.
Ho-Oh.
So it's
Ho-Oh's the
celebrating
rainbow
40
Pokemon.
million downloads, and Morty's getting a shiny Ho-Oh and an outfit to match.
I wonder what shiny Ho-Oh looks like.
the very yellow.
It looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ho-Oh the only Pokemon that has a piece of punctuation in its name?
Farfetch?
True.
Farfetch does.
I wonder if so we're getting what Shiny Executor in Cafe Mix because of Golden Week, and we're getting Morty and Ho-Oh in Masters because of. I wonder if Sword and Shield is gonna do like Shiny Executor in like grades or something. Executor isn't even in the game though. Never mind. I guess they could do Magikarp again. But I would be curious if they're going to do something. They could do like Licky Licky. That's gold.
Yeah. Also, there's a bonus in Masters. There's a community bonus event coming with this Morty thing, based on how many Magikarps everybody hatches.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you seeing this?
It's at the end of the trailer. Let me get to the end of the trailer. Hold on. Let me get. Hold on. I have to get past this ad. Ugh, this is so annoying.
Other sync pairs with Morty and Ho-Oh. They're doing Giovanni and Nidoking. Sorry. Aaron and Vespiquen. Bertha and Hippowdon. And Lucian and Girafarig. That's what Sarumi is reporting. I don't see the Lucian and Girafarig. Maybe that was in the trailer.
No, they didn't really talk about any of those in the trailer.
Yeah, so I'm not 1,000,000% sure where he's pulling that from, but that's off Sarumi. So my master news normally comes from the Japanese master account because they update actually quickly and accurately compared to the American one.
Here it is. I'm at the end of the trailer. Starting May 4th, for a limited time, you can get an amazing rewards based on the total number of Magikarp eggs hatched by all players. Get up to 3,000 gems and more items from a rally. And then there's a rare chance of getting a shiny Magikarp through the egg battles.
If you're lucky.
If
trainers.
you're lucky. But yeah, so starting May 4th, hatch them carps.
Got it.
And then we all get gems. I'm much happier with the current state of Masters because they are much less stingy about the gems. The pairs aren't necessarily better, but at least I don't feel as terrible when I pull on them.
Something bad.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna get another chance in like a week and a half. Plus all of these rallies and stuff add up, and I got my Poltegeist, I got my shiny Serena, so I'm good. The riddles are fun.
Let's take a break. On the flip side here, after the break, we have Go Fest is finally. We have details for that. We have the next Community Day, and we have that Mega Evolution has been redone. So those are the things we got. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about all that Go stuff. So we will see you in a second. And we are back from our break. First bit of news here is, I guess we knew when the May Community Day was going to be. They announced like 3 dates pretty early on, but now we know what it is. It is Alolan Geodude, which not surprising since they did Alolan Sandshrew and then they did. So I actually thought they were maybe going to do like Alolan Vulpix and Vulpix like they did the Sandshrew. Yeah. And I think even though like I would personally not care because I have 1,000,000 Alolan shiny Vulpix, that just Vulpix is a relatively very popular Pokemon. Geodude does fit their 3-stage evolution thing. I don't know. To me, it's just actually not exciting. And I don't know why. Because I only have one shiny Geodude.
and you got it from me. I gave you my one shiny Geodude, so I'm excited to be able to get.
You knew it was coming.
I wonder if I already
get my
do.
nuggets. I mean, if you ever come to my house, you'll see I have a lot of Geodude stuff around. I do really like Geodude and Alolan Geodude, and it is the weekend post my birthday, so I'm kind of excited. I'm not thrilled about the time frame.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's an Oranguro sitting outside my house.
Get it?
Well, here's the thing: is like it's 11-2, and when Stuffle was announced, people were like, 2 to 5. Like 2 to 5 is really hot for, like maybe like in Arizona or something, and like 2 to 5 is perfect for me because I get to sleep in and I don't have to. I can go and get lunch and without feeling rushed. Like if I want to eat breakfast with people, I'm gonna have to get up at like 9, leave at like 9:30. Hopefully the restaurant's not behind. Like it. To me, I don't like the early mornings, but I'm sure there are people listening that love this time compared to the people who are complaining that 2 to 5 didn't work for them. It's almost like if they had like a longer period, they could make more people happy.
What if they had spread that out to like 5 or 6 hours and people could pick when the 3-hour period they wanted to go to? What kind of world would that have been?
I was seeing other content creators kind of pushing for like a 4-hour window instead of a 3-hour, which is better than the 3.
I mean, it's a compromise. It's not a good compromise. At that point, just say 5.
Then just say 6.
Just make it all day like Pikmin.
What about 5 hours and 59 minutes?
Ooh.
Then everybody's happy.
Yeah, 5 hours. It's like things costing $5.99. At least it's not $6.
So Alolan Geodude is featured. It will have an exclusive move of Rollout. I'm not a competitive person. I don't know if that's good or not. You'll have the dollar story. They have still upped the event bonuses. So that was like a great thing that came out of the Stuffle. Obviously the Stuffle got really, pushed in the mud because of the time zone thing or the time length thing. But the event bonuses for Stuffle were really great. And they're carrying those over here. So we're getting 3 times the catch Stardust, 2 times the catch Candy. So again, double bonus. 2 times the XL Geodude Candy from catching. Incense will last 3 hours. Lures will last 3 hours. Snapshots, those are normal. Additional special trade, and then trades will be 50% the Stardust. So rewards seem great. And if you work together, trainers will unlock, if there's enough Pokemon caught in a single lure module, 3 times the catch Stardust bonus for trainers near the lured stop will become times 4 for 30 minutes.
I will honestly say I did not notice if that actually happened during this last community.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to talk about before we move on to different news is like the bonuses, whatever. Like you either love them or you hate them. There's more bonuses than there ever has been before for community day. Blah 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 blah. For Stuffle, it was supposed to be like 4 times the catch bonus at lures if enough people caught it. And Greg and I were at the Boston Common Garden, which is one of Niantic's featured parks.
Yep. Thanks for everybody coming out. It's great seeing you.
And one of the best places to play in Boston. And I said on the show multiple times, I really do enjoy playing Pokemon Go in Boston because that city is so historic. There's so many stops everywhere. We walked that park 3 hours. We stopped we stopped, like we started in a place for like 15 minutes before we even moved. Then we moved, and then we all took like a 15-20 minute sit down break at the gazebo. I don't know if if we were getting the 4 times bonus. There were clearly enough people in that park where that had to be happening.
It had to be, but it was so...
I don't know if the lures were supposed to like turn colors or light up or like without looking at the experience, which I wasn't. Like look, if I get an excellent, I know it's going to be more. If I miss it, it's going to be a bummer, but I'm not going to like look at the experience every time. I'm just going to catch, and I'm like walking and I'm talking and I'm saying hi to people and having these conversations. Like, isn't that what community is about, Niantic?
Right.
Like I'm having like I'm meeting people.
Yeah.
I'm saying hi. You want me to look at the phone and also calc experience? Like, I don't know if your event thing is working or not.
Yeah,
why don't you just trust them?
I mean, I have to trust that it was. I had to trust that it was in there, but it was completely invisible, right? Like until you brought it up again, I'm like, oh right, that was supposed to be a thing. I have to assume it had to be in place, but when I look at what happened at the end of the day, where it was compared to a normal community day, I wasn't blown away like, oh wow, I'm so far ahead, and oh, that was such a different change. And it's like, oh, I have 9 shiny Stuffle. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people. I have more stuff, I guess, but I couldn't tell you that it was more stuff.
I mean, I had the 400 Stuffle candy in 20 minutes. I pin-apped every Stuffle.
Yeah.
When I wasn't actually actively looking at the game, I just had the Go Plus running. Like after every 30 minutes, I would throw away Stuffle. I was never worried about the candy. And even though I didn't really play hardcore, there was probably, out of the 3 hours, there was probably 20 to 30 minutes where I didn't play because I was actually everything away talking to people. I almost have enough XL candy to bring a Beware to 50. And I probably, if I would have actually paid attention and ignored everyone, I probably could have easily done that. Get enough XL candy.
I remember it was halfway through the day, and I was like, oh, I should see if I can evolve Stuffle into a shiny Beware. When I looked at my candies, I had 1,200 Stuffle candy, and I'm like, well, I'm absolutely able to do this now.
Yeah, and then I do remember Hoppip having the extra candy, and that was during the XL. And I think I ended up with 212 XL candy for Beware, and I think you need 297 to, or something like that, 280 to get it to 50 for XL. And I remember doing 5 hours of Hoppip and only walking away with 165 XL. And to be fair, Niantic was, correct in the fact of less time, more rewards. At least comparing those two instances for me. I did get more XL candy for Stuffle in a shorter window than XL candy for Hoppip.
And
I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I got more stuff in less time. I felt more pressed and anxious about the 3 hours than I had. Even though we've only ever done 3 hours before, the fact that it was such a short window felt really bad to me. Everybody was always aware of it. The place was packed with people because we all had to be at the same time. It felt claustrophobic. I overall, I'm a 3 hour window makes this less enjoyable to me.
I think part of, at least for me, because I share similar feelings with you, Greg. I felt very pressured in that window, but I think my pressure came from the fact that we had a very stressful and everything went wrong morning.
Yep.
The trains were being down, trying to get on a bus, the bus not going the right way, us getting off. It sucked. We were 15 minutes late to our own event, and we rushed through breakfast really quick, and that sucked. Ideally, Greg and I had it planned where we were going to wake up, we were going to have a nice breakfast with our friend Nick and a bunch of other friends. We were going to go from breakfast to community, ideally get there 30 minutes early so we can just hang out. And none of that happened.
No.
Wait. Didn't Community Day start at 2:00 in the afternoon?
Correct.
Yeah.
How was that breakfast?
We left the hotel to have lunch.
At noon.
Brunchy. We left at 11:30 to walk to the station.
Okay.
And we were supposed to get, ideally, if the red line was working, Alewife to Harvard is a 10-minute train ride.
So we were going to get at the restaurant at noon, eat for an hour, take another public transit to get to the Commons, which would have taken us half an hour.
No, from Harvard to the park would have taken 15 minutes.
Right, but I'm just saying, at most, it could take, if there's traffic, because it was during lunch. It all went horribly wrong. Even approaching, we were 15 minutes late. which is bad. I felt awful that we were late. That is like my number one stressor. like your whole thing about like the car breaking down on the side of the road is like me being late to an event I planned or am somewhat in charge of is your by the side of the road thing. Like I was so angry on that bus. It's not even funny. But even then, once we got there, it was 15 minutes. Everybody had gathered. Nobody was upset. All of that stress went away, and I still felt like once we started and it went around that there was too many people. It was super crowded. It was super stressful. Everybody had this energy of not being relaxed, but like I have to maximize my time, and the crowd just felt off. Like it just didn't feel relaxing.
I think you have to factor in somewhat that it was PAX weekend, so there were probably a higher concentration of Pokemon Go players in that area than there would normally be.
I mean, that didn't help. But it felt like my first experience going back to the 3 hours felt bad.
Well, I would say that there was like right around 2. I would say from 2 to 3, it was the park was most packed because we had a group of. So I told other content creators or other content creators came up to me at PAX and they said, "What are you doing for Community Day?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to the Boston Common Gardens." And they were like, "Oh, where's that?" And I was like, "It's the biggest park in the middle of Boston, like it's right here." And they're like, "Can we join you and can we tell people that that's where?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So I made that little graphic, which I think turned out very nice.
Yeah, 3
and I was
hours
like,
of work.
I was like, feel free to like retweet, like join us here. Like why would I say no? Like I want people to come together. So when we got to that gazebo, it ended up being like 60 people. And I was like, well, I guess I'm telling everyone we're moving. I don't want to stand here the entire time. And like, if everyone's standing there, everyone's standing there. So like somebody has to make the move. So I was like, hey, we're moving out. And then people followed and we went around the park at least probably about once. And then that crowd kind of like disappeared.
Yeah.
And I would say about 30 to 40 people like actually left the park, which is fine, right? You have a lot of people who play Go, but don't play Go like myself, where they got their 2 shinies. They don't care about experience. They don't care about candy. They don't care about grinding. They don't care about the rewards. And they're going back to the convention, or they're going back to their hotel, or they're going to lunch, right? So after 3 o'clock, I would say it felt kind of a little bit lighter, because there was a handful of people that they got their 2 shinies within the hour, or their 3 or their 4, and then they left. And, I went through and I got 1 million experience for that 3 hours. And to me, that's great. I'm level 47. I need 21 million experience to get to 48. I knocked out a huge chunk of 1 million in that hour. So like reward-wise, from the candy to the experience to the whatever else Niantic was doing, great. But yeah, the like pressure of like 3 hours didn't feel like I honestly kind of started to be like, just give us the just 4. I'll take 4 hours at this point. I really do think an extra hour is like it's just
what they wanted was a bunch of people playing at the same time.
And they got
that. But it felt bad. It just felt more chaotic and more stressful.
Speaking of chaotic, Mega Evolution it's not really chaotic. Mega Evolution is a bad transition.
That's a bad transition.
Mega Evolution is getting revamped. It's already live in Australia and New Zealand. Mm-hmm. There's like a dev diary thing, and some people were mad that they spent a dev diary on Mega Evolution. I'm confused about this anger because like the dev diary,
mad?
huh?
Who is mad?
Oh, the Sylph Road.
Twitter.
Well, are we saying the Reddit anger machine produced anger? Like
the Sylph Road usually is angry about the same stuff we are. They're reasonable people over there for the most part. I think the Sylph Road forgets sometimes that like they are the minority of players, but
they're the ones who care the most, so they're the most important.
They do, right. Yeah, I'm not sure why people are mad that they spent Mega Evolution on the dev diaries, because the developers they reworked an entire system, a system that people complained about. I really think I don't know, it kind of made sense that they put it here.
A significant change to a major component of the way the game works.
That seems like a dev diary thing.
The highlights here, most Mega Raids will be easier. You can do it with fewer people. You'll be able to Mega Evolve your Pokemon from the Raid and the Battle Prep screen. Both so far so good, 2 for 2. Pokemon you have Mega Evolved before will now have an additional visual effect added to their information page to commemorate this monumental achievement.
Momentous.
You know, monumental work there too.
I mean,
except that's not the word that they chose.
We're implementing Mega levels and changing how Mega Energy is used. So those are their 4 big bullet points. Being a Pokemon trainer is all about helping your Pokemon grow. We are introducing a new way for do that. Mega levels. Every time you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you work increasing its Mega level. You will get more bonus every time a Pokemon Mega level goes up. These bonuses will stay active when your Pokemon is Mega Evolved. Each Mega level will grant bonuses. Bonuses vary by Pokemon. All bonuses will improve a Pokemon's Mega level increase. Existing bonuses. Increased candy when catch the Pokemon of the same type of your Mega. That's always been a thing. While attacking with a Mega Evolved Pokemon in a raid or a gym, the attacks of other trainers challenging the same raid or gym will deal more damage. That's been a thing too. Their Pokemon attacks will deal even more damage if it's the same type as your Mega Evolved Pokemon. New bonuses. So they're keeping the same 2 things that Megas has already done. I just read those. I'm just being very clear because I know there's a lot of people listening that still go like, why would I ever Mega Evolve? We were at lunch with Nick and his wife, and his wife was like, I've never Mega Evolved before. Why would I do it?
Yeah.
Those were the 2 reasons why. The new bonuses are you increase chance of earning XL candy when you catch Pokemon that is the same type as your Mega Pokemon. So this is going to be probably for more hardcore people. I didn't really care about XL candy at all because I just like I've never had problems with raids. I've never had to power a Pokemon. Like I'm always in a raid with like 20, 15 people. It's never been I could bring 6 Stantler, it doesn't matter. I only started caring about XL candy because I needed the XL candy to get from 46 to 47. So you get increased chance of XL candy. Increased XP for catching Pokemon that are the same type. So that's going to be good for me because I need XP now. A Pokemon's rest period decreases as the Mega level increases. So with this update, after you Mega Evolve a Pokemon for the first time, you'll be able to Mega Evolve that same Pokemon again without using Mega Energy. After Mega Evolving, your Pokemon will be fatigued and need time before it can Mega Evolve again. Once its rest period is over, that Pokemon can Mega Evolve again without using Mega Energy. You can use Mega Energy to decrease the rest period. Mega Energy is required to Mega Evolve a Pokemon. Mega Energy required to Mega Evolve a Pokemon will decrease as a Pokemon's rest period becomes shorter. So ultimately, the short of it is you need to collect the Mega Candy up front by doing the Mega Raids, which they made easier. Once you Mega Evolve, you will be able to Mega Evolve again that Pokemon completely for free in the future. There will just be an artificial timer on it, whether that's like 7 days or 5 days or 3 days or 12 hours. The more you Mega Evolve it, the more that timer will permanently go down.
I mean, I seem to Mega Evolve them once a year, so I think my cooldown is safe.
So I think this is better. I don't think anyone's I don't think this is worse in any way.
No, I think it's better.
Yeah, I think this is a great change. There are moments where Niantic just does things right and does knock things out of the park. I think this is one. Obviously, the majority of people were very unhappy with Mega Evolution at the start, and Niantic didn't really change it. Although the Pokemon Company didn't step in and do anything, so they're just
or maybe they did, and it took this long to get that change put into place.
Maybe it's been like what 2 years.
They're like, it's been 2 years and nobody's mega evolving in your game. Do something to make it so that people will actually use that feature.
The other thing Niantic has done right was the weather. When weather came, and there was no punishment for weather. It was just, hey, bugs in the rain get better bonuses. Dragons in the wind get better bonuses. I think sometimes, well, not sometimes. Niantic does a lot of dumb stuff, so the good things they do kind of get forgotten, but they have done some good things. Anyways, final bit of news here, because I got to get to a haircut soon, is Pokemon Go Fest 2022 returns in June with new Pokemon debut and new gameplay features. This is off Polygon.com. As of us recording this, this is not on Niantic's. This is not on Pokemon Go Live. I think because some websites have exclusives. Specifically, a website accidentally leaked this the day before and then had to take it down. But of course, once it's on the internet, it's on the internet forever.
Yep.
So I think like Polygon and a couple of these websites had exclusives to this. But here we go. The 2-day Go Fest can be played with or without tickets. Pokemon Go Fest 2022 tickets will go on sale for $14.99. Expensive. Pokemon Go players who will purchase Polygon. The O in Go is supposed to be capitalized. Get your branding right. Pokemon Go players will purchase a ticket for the event. Will have an opportunity to catch rare and regional Pokemon. Rare being Axew, regional being Tropius and Torkoal during Go Fest 2022. The event will also add shiny versions of Shroomish, Numel, Carablast, Axew, Shelmet, and Unknown Bee. Players will also be able to catch Landfor and Shaman through a customizable special research during the event. Customizable means the players will be able to choose Relax, Standard, or Master difficulties, each with their own stickers and reward, and personalized gameplay experience focus. Personalized gameplay focus, either catching, exploring, or battling to get research tasks that suit their playstyle. That sounds awesome. I'm going to assume that if you are a relaxed player, it'll be pretty easy, but you probably won't get as many rewards that honestly you probably don't care about because as we talked about Community Day, some people showed up, they got 2 shinies, and they left. That I would consider as a relaxed player. A master player is probably, you played all 3 hours, you had Incense running, you had Lucky Egg running, you had your Pokeball Plus running, and you grinded out for 3 hours. That's probably a master difficulty.
What is the difficulty?
They don't know.
mean?
They haven't said yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm assuming the master difficulty is more things to do, but more rewards. Because let's think about when Mew came out. You have a set of players that are like, I want something challenging. I want to feel like mythical Pokemon or shiny Pokemon need to be earned. And they're like, all right, for Mew, you got to be level 40. And then you have this huge player base that was like, I'm never going to get Mew because I'm never going to get to 40. So you have like this, you have 2 really distinct audiences in Pokemon Go. You have the people who only play for like Community Day or only play when a new Pokemon comes out. And then you have the player base that play every day and they want to feel like they're accomplishing something. So the fact that this Go Fest is going to try out 3 different difficulty levels, and once you pick your difficulty, you can pick your focus, which I think it was what event was that where it was like, oh, it was the Johto tour. It was like, do you want to keep battling or do you want to keep catching? And I was like, get rid of the battles. I just want to catch. So your focus is going to either be catching, exploring, or battling to suit your play style. Players have also spotted an unannounced addition. Zygarde seems to be hiding deep in the background of the official art. Here's how the event will go. It will run Saturday, June 4th to Sunday, June 5th. For players without tickets, you will get rotating habitats. You will get City, which will include Magnemite, Alolan Grimer, Hitmonchan, Baltoy, Trash Cloak, Burmy, P-Dove, Trubbish, Gothita, Litten. If you're lucky, you will encounter Shiny Bronzor, or if you're lucky, you will encounter Bronzor or Golett. You will get the Plains, which is Girafarig, Larvitar, Numel, Trapinch, Weasel, Patrat, Drillbur, Shelmet, Litleo. If you're lucky, you may encounter Dunsparce. Why is Dunsparce a rare encounter? I don't understand.
Why?
Because it's a magical Pokemon.
Because it was not in Johto Tour.
After the Plains, you will go to the Rainforest Cafe, where you will get Mudkip, Seedot, Shroomish, Slackoth, Turtwig, Chimchar, Venipede, Carablast, Rowlet. If you're lucky, you may encounter... No one ever has been lucky to encounter a Binnacle, Niantic. Binnacle or Skrelp. After that, you will go to the Tundra, where you will get Ammonite, Swinub, Wingull, Meditite, Wailmer, Spheal, Piplup, Cubchoo, and Poplio. If you're lucky, you may encounter a Vanillite or a Bergmite. And then the shiny Pokemon debut, we talked about that. Day 2, there will be a global challenge arena. Trainers can work together to complete a collaborative challenge each hour. If they succeed, they will earn bonuses. They've done this before. Pokemon Go raid debut. A certain Pokemon will appear in 5-star raids for the first time. People are thinking that's Zygarde because they say a certain Pokemon. Special research. Log in during the event hours to claim a short special research story. Both days, Pikachu with Shaman-inspired flower costume will be in the wild and in 1-star raids. Axew will also appear in 1-star raids with a chance to be shiny. I'm going to say this right now. Look, if Axew is your favorite Pokemon, great, good. Spend the money, give it to Niantic. There will be an Axew community day.
Oh, absolutely, there will be.
They did this with the Gibble. They put the Gibble in the raids. 2 years ago, people, including myself, spent money. I probably spent $30 on Gibble. I did not get a shiny Gibble. And then like 8 months later, they did a Gibble community day. And then we saw the uproar on Twitter where people were like, I spent so much money for the Gibble and now the Gibble is getting... Look, it's going to happen. The Dino, they did this last year with Dino. They put dinos in raids for $1. I did one Dino raid. Unfortunately, it was not shiny. There will be a Dino community day. This year, if not early next year. If you love Axew, and Haxorus is an amazing shiny, and you're willing to give Niantic money, that's fine. Go do it. Somebody out there was spending $1 for Bellsprout raids. I don't know who you are. I do not want to be your friend. But just know that Axew will eventually get a community day. There's no doubt.
There's no way it's not getting a community day.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you did purchase a ticket, all of the Pokemon I read above will apply to you, plus these upcoming Pokemon. So you'll get the same rotating habits. In City, you will get Galarian Weezing, Unknown B, Unknown G, Unknown U, Unknown O, and Clink. So in order to get Unknowns, you have to buy a ticket. Clink in the wild, I think, is the first time, because normally it's in raids. Galarian Weezing, first time, normally it's in raids. In the Plains, Unknown B, G, O, U, Torkoal, Axew. So Torkoal and Axew hidden behind the ticket. Rainforest, B, G, O, U, Tropius, Pancham. That's actually really great for Pancham. Tundra, Galarian Mr. 799 is coming to the Tundra. B,
Vindication.
G, O, U, Galarian Darmaka. You will get a customized special research that will get you Shaman. Shaman is behind the $15, by the way. You will pick the Relaxed, Standard, Master difficulty. You will pick Catch, Explore, Battle for the research. For the first time, Shiny Unknown B if you're lucky, trainers. You will get an increased shiny rate. Chances will be better on Saturday than Sunday, which is what they've done for the past events. And you will get the global whatever hour. Team Rocket balloons will be more frequently in the wild, twice as mysterious components after defeating. So you get 2 instead of 1. It takes 6 to complete a rocket thingy. So that's the event. I don't know if that's worth $15 to you for 2 days. I have always found these events 1,000,000% worth the money. I've always taken the days off. I've always planned around these events. To me, these events are more exciting than spending the $60 to go to like a Six Flags Great America. Like I genuinely like Pokemon Go a lot, so I've always got my $15 worth.
That is the wildest thing I think I've ever seen you say.
What? You spend $60, you go to Six Flags, you ride like 2 rides. You know why? Because everyone has these Fast Pass, and they all skip you, and the Fast Pass is like $300.
What's even worse is you have to pay even more money to like eat, and you want to get a souvenir.
More money to eat at Go Fest too.
No, because
not if you bring your own sandwich.
Not if you go to McDonald's.
McDonald's is free now. You've gone so
certainly
far
less
around
expensive
that they're
than
like, hey,
amusement park food.
McDonald's is not the same price as any amusement park food. You ever been to a Disney World? It's like a $400 day.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's Disney, and that is a completely different thing than a Six Flags.
You got to go to Playland. Go to Playland Park in New York. That's the best one.
When's the last time you've been to a Six Flags?
I went to Six Flags probably a couple months before the pandemic. I went with some Pokemon people, and
Which one?
The one in Gurney, the one in Chicago, outside of Chicago.
Oh, okay. Oof.
And one of the people decided to get us all Fast Pass, and there was, I think, 4 of us, and I looked, and it was like $800 to get the 4 of us Fast Pass, and I was like blown away at their generosity. And we did go on more rides. We still had to wait because other people also bought Fast Pass. But I was like, this is an unreal experience. Like, we ended up maybe going on like 14 or 15 rides in the like 8 hours we were there. And I was like, if we didn't have this Fast Pass, we would have maybe gone on like 4 rides.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
it would maybe have gotten half, but not like by that much. Maybe in half.
I don't know, because like all the good rides have the lines.
Yeah, because they're good rides.
Look, I'm not here to convince somebody whether they should spend $15 or not if you're missing a Pancham or a Shaman or the unknown bee. I like Go a lot, so I think the $15 is worth it. But again, I'm not here to convince you otherwise. Like, you could be the person that doesn't buy the ticket, and then your friend does, and they trade you the Torkoal, and they trade you the Tropius, and they trade you the Unknown, and they trade you the Clink or whatever else you're missing. Like, you can technically get all these Pokemon just by knowing a person.
Oh, we were in Boston. We got boofs.
Yeah, we got those boofs.
We got them boofs.
Also, if
I
anyone's
already
listening to the
have all these.
podcast, I'm missing 2 unknown. I'm missing Y and I'm missing Q. Please contact me if you have Y or Q.
No.
Those are the last 2 I'm missing. I need them. I will trade you whatever you want.
No, he won't, because
I
you'll
have
ask
2
for like a
Clink.
shiny legendary, and he'll be like,
No,
where's it
whatever.
from?
You want shiny Entei? I got like 6 of them. I will trade you for an unknown Y. I don't care.
give me your shiny armored Mewtwo.
I don't have one of those.
Well,
I don't think that was shiny. I don't think so. Greg, you gonna buy a ticket? Let's say you weren't on this program. $15 worth it to you?
No.
Greg, or sorry, Will, $15 worth it to you?
I mean, because I've done it every year, yes.
Here's the thing. It would have been an easy yes if I wasn't so frustrated with Niantic. And I'm just loath at giving them money. Period. Right now. Like, I'm not I'm enjoying their antics and their game less and less. The thing that keeps me going is I have a lot of friends that play it, and it's fun when we do those days. But like my day-to-day Go stuff is like I pop in, I say hi to my buddy, I catch one thing, I drive to the gym, I spin one thing, and I shut it off.
Man, I like Go a lot. The thing with the GOUB that people are speculating is the UB is for Ultra Beast. So if it was like the last Go Fest where Hoopa made all the legendaries appear, the special reward that people are speculating is Ultra Beast will start to appear.
Oh.
Makes sense because of all the Alola stuff.
Yeah. Circuitry forever.
Circuitry is great. I'm sure we're missing some news. I am going out of town. That's why we're recording early. That's why the show might be a little bit shorter. But question of the week.
Question of the week. Da 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 da. Question of the week.
Shout out to Brandon for the sending in the Pokemon Unite stuff and the Hisuian Snow stuff. I actually completely missed the Hisuian Snow, so that would shout out to Brandon there. Let's grab a YouTube comment. So see, this is going on YouTube. This is usually cut out of the audio episode. But on YouTube, when I say cut something, I don't, because I actually...
Because you want people to say you didn't cut it, you didn't cut it, you didn't cut it. It's a cheap clickbait comment generator.
People were always like, give me an uncut version of the podcast for years. They were like, I was like, I clean up all the I clean up the spacing. Sometimes I say the wrong thing, so I just cut that out because I don't want to give misinformation. And now you can watch the uncut on YouTube. I don't cut anything. Where is the questions?
Sometimes you say numal instead of numal.
Numal.
Yeah, sometimes I go back and forth on that.
There's no back and forth. It's numal.
What did I say? Numal?
Yes.
Juan says, whatever happened to the collection of Pokemon games that was rumored? I'm not paying $10 a month just to play Pokemon Ruby. That was the master.
Did we talk a lot about
Yeah,
the
we did
Master
talk about that
Collection?
last week, that was
didn't
a
appear.
rumor.
It died.
It wasn't real.
So the Pokemon Master Collection, which was supposed to be like red, gold, and like ruby in one game, and then silver, blue, and sapphire in the other one. The problem with that rumor is once you act like if you just saw it on Twitter or on like a Facebook post or on like Instagram, it seemed fine. Like even when I say it out loud, it was like, yeah, that could be a thing. 3 games, 2, like it seems plausible. But when you actually like read the like articles about it, or like the I think they had like an Amazon listing screenshot, it was just littered with like spelling errors. Like even the word Pokemon didn't have the accent above the E. So whether like if it was true and if it was happening, the amount of information out there outweighed the reliability of what it was. So like unfortunately, if you like looked into it, you were like, oh, somebody just made this up because like they couldn't even put the work in to spell Pokemon right. Like why is Pikachu not capitalized? Why is it all lowercase? So that was kind of the problem with it didn't like disappear. Well, I mean, it did disappear. It was just like a badly produced
Scam
with no no weight behind it. Which I guess people are saying the like GBA stuff to Nintendo Switch has weight because of the like recent server data mine where they saw like all these GBA games got added.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, I mean, they could add it for testing and not release it. It could be this year, it could be next year, it could be never. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming. One more question here is Pokemaniac asks, do you think moves like Discharge, Earthquake, Electric Terrain should be reclassified as stadium moves?
No, because I don't always do them in a stadium. Like, that makes no sense at all. It's like,
What do we mean by stadium moves?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Is that
Like,
a thing that I'm
do
not
they mean by
aware
like
of?
changing the environment?
well, Earthquake doesn't change the environment. Like grassy terrain and misty terrain, those are, I think they're called terrain moves.
Yeah, there are stadium cards in the Pokemon trading card game that do affect the playing field. I think the electric terrain, misty terrain, grassy terrain, psychic terrain, I think is the last one. I think those are the closest to like the stadium cards.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
You would get.
Yeah.
They do affect like Earthquake and Discharge. Like if you have grassy terrain up, I believe it directly affects Earthquake and Bulldoze.
I mean, that's fine, but if I'm like standing in a field having a Pokemon battle, I'm not in a stadium, right?
Yeah,
If
but
I'm
you can grassy terrain a wild battle if you like.
Can we define what a stadium move is? I guess I don't understand the classification. It's like you seem to talk about like you know what that means. What is it? Give me a definition because I don't understand what that means.
I would say like a stadium move or like a stadium card affects both players on the field. It affects all Pokemon on the field.
Yeah,
okay.
But why
So
the
I
word
would
stadium?
say that the electric the terrain moves are the closest to stadium cards in the TCG because it is affecting both sides no matter what.
Yes, but those are already called terrain moves.
Yeah,
Yes,
but what
yes.
does classifying them as X move do? I guess. I don't that's the part I don't understand.
I think it's one of those things where they want to put a classification on it just to classify it without it actually having a purpose, reason, or meaning to do so.
Yeah, I think the terrain moves are for better. Like you could say stadium moves, and I would know what you're talking about.
It's kind of you know what it kind of strikes me as like what was that website where they would do like the competitive builds for all the Pokemon for VGC? What was that?
Peakalytics?
No.
Bridge?
No, before that.
Smogon?
Smogon, and they used to have all of their rule sets that were like these are our special
yeah.
Smogon rule sets that don't reflect the real
I mean,
VGC
Smogon still exists.
in any way, shape, or form. So I think it's like I want to create a classification for these types of moves, so then I can create my own special rule set that
I
says
see
you
what you're
can't use
okay,
these
okay.
kinds of moves.
I mean, I think so. If we're gonna say like stadium moves affect everything on the field, like
yeah. Oh, I see. Because the earthquake
that's the
affects everything.
classification,
Yeah.
then yes. If we're gonna say those are the classifications, affects everything on the field equals stadium move, then yes, I think those could easily be under it. I don't know what benefit we gain from that classification, but if it's just to classify them, then yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think. I mean, well, there are sound-based moves, right? And that is a classification, right? Because a move like Throat Chop stops sound-based moves. Unfortunately, Yawn is not a sound-based move, which makes no sense to me.
Yes,
because if Greg is yawning and I karate chop Greg in the throat, I'm sorry, Greg, in advance, you would stop yawning.
no.
Also, here, let me do this.
No sound
What
at all.
sound did I just make?
None.
But if you're mid-yawn and you get throat chopped, hey, for
No.
YouTube, please don't demonetize. Throat chop is a Pokemon move.
No.
If you are mid-yawning and you get throat chopped, you would stop yawning. You
No.
would be
You would,
mid-yawn, chopped.
Yawning does not. It's a function of your breathing. You don't stop breathing from a throat chop.
Correct.
Unless it's unless it breaks something.
If Incineroar is throat chopping you, Greg, you are not going to be able to yawn.
Well, I'm not going to be able to
disagree.
stand, and that clearly happens in Pokemon. They are clearly fine with being throat chopped. Some of them don't even have throats to chop.
True.
The reason I pulled this question is because the reason I pulled this question is because there is complications in Pokemon that are like really never talked about. For example, sound-based moves. There is a bunch of sound-based moves, and moves like Throat Chop affect those sound-based moves. And you would have to actively look them up. I can't remember every sound-based move. Mm-hmm. And I think the terrain stuff in Pokemon is actually really cool. Mm-hmm. But in Sword and Shield specifically, it is so hard to remember everything. Like, it is raining. It is thunderstorming. Electric terrain is up. Oh, I can barely see it. Misty terrain is up. I can barely see it. It's almost like, it's cool that like they want it to feel like an atmosphere, but the amount of times I forgot that psychic terrain was up because the floor is like slightly purple, and it's only slightly purple when the camera is swooping in from a certain angle. And then I like try to like fake out or sucker punch, and it's like I can't because psychic terrain is up. But also you have to then remember that like psychic terrain prevents priority moves, but also boosts psychic moves, and like grassy terrain boosts grass type moves, but also halves the damage from earthquake or bulldoze, and like misty terrain stops status type moves, but also halves dragon types moves, but doesn't increase fairy type moves, and electric terrain boosts electric type moves.
He's gonna give us the whole list.
Also just like prevents sleep. Like, and I listed all that, and I'm like, I'm probably forgetting some stuff.
But it only matters if you care about competitive.
Maybe, but like if you're going through the story and Raihan is setting electric terrain and you're like, why didn't my spore work?
Yeah. I mean,
like, the next time you go through, you look it up and you say, oh, that's why. There's no need to memorize this. Also, when a terrain is placed, there's words that come on the screen that say exactly what just happened. So if you actually pay attention and read, then
yeah, but that doesn't mean that like in a turn or two you're like, oh, I forgot that this is still up.
Get better, get good, scrub.
Oh my gosh.
Remember how long these terrain moves last.
They're cool though. The terrain stuff is really cool.
I think they're cool. I think like if the idea is if you classify them as stadium moves and then like Throat Chop, there's a move that stops stadium moves. Like that's a level of complication that could be interesting. But
I would bet a small amount of money that the reason that somebody would want to classify these moves is so that they can then say, all right, when I Pokemon battle my friends, you're not allowed to use these stadium moves.
Pokemon of the week.
All right, last week's Pokemon, we got to be quick here. Opelucid City Gym, if you didn't know what gym it was, is the Dragon-type gym. It could either have Iris or Drayden as the gym leader, but they use the same Pokemon. Two of those Pokemon are related. One isn't, which is the one that's not related to him.
It's
Axew.
No.
It's Druddigon.
Axew and Haxorus are related.
I know. I just want to say Axew because it was featured in the Go.
Yes.
There was that was like we call that a throwback.
Nobody cares about Fracture.
Brilliant Shuffle, Brilliant Shiny.
The cave Pokemon Druddigon. Oh, that makes sense. The cave Pokemon, because it appears in a cave in the Isle of Armor.
Completely opposite, as if you listened to my clue, I said it's called the cave Pokemon, but it's only found in Dragon Spiral Tower, which is not a cave.
That is not a cave. This is why Black and White are bad games.
Oh, would you
Sword and Shield are S-tier games.
Get out of here.
I love Black and White.
I am playing through Black and White 2 again right now, and it is such a fantastic experience.
When does the journey begin, Pokemon? Will's quiz thing was the trivia.
There's nothing.
There's no more trivia for Druddigon.
All right,
there's nothing.
Here we go. This week's Pokemon. There are only 3 Pokemon evolution lines that can have the ability Stench as a regular, not hidden ability. Of these, only one of the lines represents an animal rather than a concept of garbage or pollution. Both of the Pokemon in this line resemble Cheek Squeak from Yokai Watch, but only one of them shares the first part of its name with a ground electric or ground steel kind of fish.
Basculin. We will be back next week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to the end of the show. There is a lot of Pokemon tournaments coming up. Indianapolis is coming up, Syracuse, Vancouver, Milwaukee is coming up in June.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
My bad. I tried my best. Go Fest coming up. So a lot of things happening this summer. We haven't gotten any Scarlet and Violet news, so I'm assuming that'll eventually come. There's no E3, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be game announcements this summer. So we got a lot leading up to Scarlet and Violet. I'm really excited. Once we get a little bit warmer here, I'm going to probably turn on my stream backpack, and we're going to be doing like some outdoor stuff for Pogo. And since I do plan on traveling a little bit more this summer, hopefully going to different cities, I do plan on streaming both the Worldwide Go Fest and then the Seattle Go Fest in person, which I think that is end of July for the Seattle one, I believe. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Speaking of streaming, twitch.tv/PKMNcast. If you have a Twitch Prime, I would love to take it away from you. Stick it to Jeff Bezos. Use your Twitch Prime. Look, if you don't want to use it on me, cool, but use it on somebody because Amazon's only making money off of you if you don't use it. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the same, PKMNcast. I did do a tier list of what I find to be the best Pokemon games.
It's bad.
I can clearly tell if you didn't watch the tier list, because if you go, why is Heart Gold Soul Silver C tier? I literally spent 20 minutes in explaining why I found Heart Gold Soul Silver C tier. So I can tell you, if you commented that, you probably didn't watch it. But that's fine. You probably skipped to the end just to see the final list. I do that on all YouTube videos as well. Let me see where they're ranking. That's on YouTube now. Greg is at White Wing. Will is at Washing the Sink. I'm at Dragging a Lake. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end. If you are watching on YouTube, liking, subscribing, commenting, super, super helps. We try to be informational and try to get you the news and try to make you laugh. So thank you for making it to the end. If you're listening to the audio podcast, hopefully it sounded great. We're back in the normal situation, but thank you for making it to the end. We will be back next week. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
super effective.
Super happy to see everybody who came out to PAX. Thank you all so much. And Paul, it is a magic rule to allow the guest to win one game. One. Just rude.
next week.
Nice.